Hello? Wow, it's late. Even though it's late, it didn't help the crowds. They're still going. Although at this point, I think they're just stuck. The hmm. Mutachen. Hmm. Wait, this is probably just stuck. If Harmony win. When somebody orders the craft, I guess. Take a look. Oh, pretty sure we had oh, there it is. Hmm. Takes a while. All right. Oh, with 4 million a quadria. Yeah, well, this is a buffer problem. Graphite is constantly consumed. Iridium is, I think we just have a pattern for that. Growth catalyst medium means we have something using wet wares. EU matter is pretty easy to get as well. 1.6 billion of this though. Right, looks like we just need to make the QFT for this stuff. He just thinks that the run is invalid. Don't tell him I told you. Why does he think the run is invalid? It's because they walled it? Or why? I mean, I can see why people might say that, but as much as like he doesn't make the rules, and as far as I'm concerned, it's like valid in a gate row still. It wouldn't be if we restarted today, as we've been using wall edit. Precise assembler is here. Why are you stuck? That doesn't very promising. Okay, so it's stuck because there's so much stuff. Try taking like a few of these out. There should be only 16 things. Hopefully it starts doing something. Let's see the DTPF tower. Nothing has happened there. Looks the same as it did 2 weeks ago. This is going now, so I'll just babysit this a little bit longer. And check what's wrong here. Okay, this is the same thing. I've seen it in 2 weeks. I mean, there's nothing new. It's the same towers. With 16 Eternals, I think, in the middle. But yeah, we can go there after I unclock this thing. See if there's anything else I need to fix. This biocell is a problem. I think we need more precise assemblers as well. Just a fusion reactor. Oh, huh. Wait, do we also mine for uranium? Infra upgrade time? I know, right? This infinite infra upgrades. Well, titanium we can switch to using the dust we get from Deep Dark. Duralumin is a bottleneck by the looks of it. Did Dura something? Or something. Uranium, yeah. Actually, I'll keep it in mind. This seems to be going fine. What about the mutagen? I think there was mutagen in here. I actually don't know how we even make the mutagen right now. Go take a look. It's already stalled again. Yeah. Might have to switch it to use blocking mode and make the pattern size huge. Bingo. Let me enable blocking mode here. That should fix it for now at least. It is all in different interfaces, that's weird. This blocking mode doesn't even do anything. We need advanced blocking cards. Oh, yeah, they had the blocking mode enabled, but just forgot to add the cards. Should clear itself. So let's go show the DDBF towers, even though there's nothing new in there. Same old, same old. Now it's up to 16, I think. Alright, this is missing the 4. But yeah. One cluster of 8, second cluster of 8, and the rest is just placeholder. And I think only the bottom one is completely enabled. So these are enable night vision here. Hypogen, infinity, infinity, infinity. And these 4 are for spacetime, I believe. No, wait, this is off. This might be for aura crafting. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why this was off. A bit weird. Okay, well, I just added more spacetime, I guess. This is the aura crafting one, I think. Yeah. That actually reminds me, I need to switch the bedrock heme recipe to do this instead of the Mega EBF. That was a huge bottleneck. We can do it easily. 2.4 million. Can I fit this in here? I don't think I can. Yeah. Where does this even get its exotic catalyst from? There it is. Right, so I need the UMV quadruple hatch for this. And it's late? Yeah, it is late. I played like 7 hours of Kingdoms Reborn. Yeah. Some of the crafts finished, some of them didn't, but the main thing was the space-time continuum repairs. So we can actually make a second tier 4 QFT for the bio stuff, because that seems to be a main bottleneck on a lot of these things right now. We don't know where we even craft this. But yeah, this makes it very trivial. I kind of wish this also gave Mutachen. Make the view actually wait. I think these hatches here are storage bust. Yeah. So but this is a hatch limit though. Let me see if I can actually add an hatch anyways. If I can, it means I don't have to add another or switch this to UMV. Right, do you still form? Cool, nice. I click accent. Open steel goes here. Okay, let's try the recipe. Work. Means we can take away the bedrockium got recipe from the Mega EBF and make a solidifying recipe for it. We don't have that. Okay, that's a bit too much. Just double check that the thing works. It shouldn't take very long. Unless the solidifiers are somehow stuck. Oh, never mind, they finished. Oh, seems to work. Right, that Rockium is made faster again. What else? Wait, huh? This just started crafting. Why? Guess the fusion somehow finished. Well, anyways, let me cancel this and reorder it after I redo the titanium recipes. Because wasting the fusion reactor time on making titanium isn't very useful when I can just mine it from the deep dark. Did I use this recipe? One is also kinda useless now. Mega call. We already have a mega call at home. The pits. Yeah, mega call is kind of in the works, I guess. Evil Gamer is making the circuit multi. We'll do all the light gain circuits. Although I have no idea what the progress is like on that. I wish you could fluid extract this directly. Oh, we will have to make this in the EBF. There you go. That's actually the largest pattern. We actually need to multiply all of these. Yes, casual 32,000. And that's not even that big. Like if you look at all the bolt patterns, that's like kind of insane. 5,000. Well, that's not even that big. I wonder what's the biggest pattern we have. And probably some of the fluids, of course, but don't really count. Right, so this don't need anymore. This one needs to be made in a fluid solidifier. Oh, no, no, it doesn't need to be made at all. There we go. But we do need to take the fluid titanium out from the compact fusion here. Switch that to be fluid extracted instead. Mega compact fusion. Mega EBF when you build it, I guess. Those are built in world for multiple machines. Right, titanium has been made fast. What else would there be on my list? I guess I can reorder the infinity or eternal files. Local clan. You're in the Steam Age? Yeah, there's a few thousand hours between these machines and this Steam Age. It's a journey, not the destination. This might actually be bottlenecking from the EBF again. We really need to upgrade the EBF's anti-vacuum freezers. This is like so slow. This should be running. Oh, right. Let me actually see where these are made. Yo, cells. Mega LCR. Two of them, huh? do a short base tour. I can fly around a little bit. Actually, first I have to go to the bathroom. Unfortunate timing. Be back in like 5 minutes. I will stand here until then. Be right back. The wrong message. Never mind. I'll just not do anything. Oh, right. I'm back. Gorge when it's made. I cannot crash something that's not in the pack, you know? Well, anyways, base tour, I guess. Wait. Oh no, it's actually using these LCRs to make the bio cells, that's why it's so slow. Hello, Nissen. Can I somehow make that switch the LCRs easily? I don't think so. Oh, anyways, autocrafting room. This is mostly deprecated at this point. Like, we need way more autocrafting capabilities, so we switched into a different building. It still houses our cutting machines, for example. And you probably disable the night vision. Looks much better without it. Here we have the main towers. It's always a pain to try to load them. They're so tall. I haven't touched this in like actual months at this point. I feel like I should do something with the decks at least. They look very unfinished still. But the Yotta tanks have been filled pretty nicely. There's still 11 here. About in here. Like, there's not a lot of 80 connected Yotta tanks at least. Quite a lot of fluids, and there's still more that we need in there. Here's the main lobby, kind of. The drives. Here's like the generic drives that to store whatever, and then on this side we have the fluid drives. Although we don't really use the fluid drives except for like crafting. That's why we don't have that many of them, and they are mostly empty. And here we have the long-term storage with the digital thing varieties that can store literally infinite amounts of items. And I guess we can go south first. South is where we have most of our resource production and energy production. And it's funny, Eye of Harmony. The first Eye of Harmony is probably gonna go into the basement though. The tree for logo on purpose or an accident? Initially it was an accident, but then I kinda finished it to be up the proper logo. I just realized I need to reload my shaders. Otherwise the neon doesn't really pop out. The storage room, yeah. The storage room was actually the first thing in this new base that we built. Hello, Hixgan. Hixan? Also, apparently complementary version 5 released, and Delana tried that, but apparently it's so buggy that it's not worth using. Oh, great timing. Thanks, server. I wanted to restart in 30 minutes. Here's the old fusion reactors. These are basically, oh yeah, they've already been decommissioned. But this is where we initially had our first 5 of them. This is very unfinished still as well. So many unfinished buildings. We're gonna roll it Eye of Harmony too. I think it has the auto build, but we will for sure roll it the decoration at least. Do you matter? Actually, while I'm here, let me smack this a little bit. Bonk. Because it was using all of our U matter to make Organeston, which we don't really need right now, as we have 1 billion of it. U matter more. Wait. It's like 1-to-1. Oh, it's like 1-to-1. Okay, never mind. I guess I can just leave this on. Leaving registers on this. I need to make more matter fabricators, I think. Here's the power generation building. The Nakwada Fuel Shrine or Church. Although this is also kind of unfinished. Because this is stuck all of the machinery down here in the pit. I want to rebuild this area, or, well, this machine chain in the southern tip here at some point. This thing produces all of our power, which is about 300 billion right now. A bit more, it should be like 360. I think we're bottlenecked by a machine, so I don't reach the rated capacity. The ore processing next, I guess. Actually, let's walk through the fusion reactors. They're just permanently making all the plasma, so I'm gonna mix them up so we can run the DTPFs. And we still need more. I think we need like 10 more. Actually, no, we need 16 more fusion reactors somewhere. For the celestial tungsten plasma, and then we have to make a few for the metastable organism. More processing should be fine. Yep, nothing is stockpiling. Take these out. Oh, it's taking like a minute to load this area for some reason. There you go. Am I ever going to process this scheelite and rutile? Probably not. Just avoid that at this point. I feel so shit now with my chest full of dirt. Well, it also took a lot of time to build, so if you haven't invested the time, then you won't have the same things. Mega Stargate? Never. Mega Stargate would just melt all the pieces in this world. Never craft it. You can compress the Stargate. 15 FPS in here. Fortunate. I really like this room though. Like the reflections on the floor are really cool. Let's check how much P507 we still have. It should be full. Yeah. The dream is a giant villager with a brain out of ME cores. That would really need to be a pretty big villager. Well, depends on I guess how big your ME core is, but at least ours is 9 by 9 by 9. You count the cables around it, so. And the water reflections are just so nice. DSL. I need to finish this area. And like there's so much usable space here, but completely unused room right now. These are nitrogen, which we just pump. This is actually still used for chlorine, so I guess this is kind of useful. But definitely put something in here. And anybody that I hate region. Same. It just spreads lies. Actually, I think we don't have the stuff to make the second QFT. Let me make the. There is the name. Second tier casing. Force transformer. Neutron. No, neutron shielding cores. What I do? I guess it doesn't really matter. This is so huge. Well, we did spread it out intentionally, so we kind of have payable FPS in most areas. And it did work out really nicely. Only the middle area is mostly like FPS hell. Otherwise, we get like 30 FPS in most buildings, which is nice. Low effort videos that are poop. Yeah, I don't really like the style he does videos in here, so annoying person in general. Region slander is my favorite pastime. Man, I still haven't hooked up this left side at all. I think I'm gonna wait until we get like UXV lasers so we can do proper universal with them, like from the get-go. Although it depends, we might need the Eye of Harmony parts faster at some point. I guess we should finish this side with ALs, or normal ALs. Supersymmetry is so shit 3 years of development in EV. I mean, the idea behind the pack is cool, but that's where it ends. Like, yeah, the idea is great, but the execution is lagging behind. Sure, they can market themselves as more complex than New Horizons, but if they cannot deliver with the content, then what's the point? Anybody can say words. Right, let's see how long this craft's gonna take. I should have ordered this before. Yep, it's gonna be a while. Oh no. Can I actually not make this today? I guess eternal coils are coming in, but I should really make switch this to be done in an AAL. I really wanted to make buildings or the machines, but whilst I cannot. I guess I could make them in IBS a little bit faster, but it doesn't really help. Okay, that looks cool. Imagine this entire room being lit up green. Maybe one day. I'll destroy our power capacitor, but we should have more by then. More production. Is there anything I can build? The calls app, they are in their pits. Here. The opticals actually might be running. Yeah, they are. I do like these pits as well. There's 64 in each pit. Okay, these are really due for an upgrade though. Running on UEV voltage, like what? If you switch this out to be UMV energy hatches, it would be just 2 tiers up, I think. Still, 2 tiers means 16 times faster. So little calls. So little, there's 64, 128, 192, 256, 320, 384, and the last multiple of 64, I don't remember, but like over 400 calls. I wouldn't call that like little. 1024 bust. The calls aren't even the bottleneck though. There's no point making more. Do we have the PCB factory built yet? No, still not. We're actually like late UMV preparing to make the Eye of Harmony and still using the tier 2 PCB factory. I think your power gen broke. Huh. Definitely does look like it, doesn't it? Let's see, what's the problem with it? Tesla learned the second test run in 9 business months because no one is playing. Yeah. It's hard being fast when nobody plays. For sure. Alright, why did you break? What? Okay. I mean, my render distance down so I don't lag this much. There we go. Right. Why are you not running? Okay, garbage cleaning, thank you. Oh? Oh? How did we run out of Mark III? Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. I see. The autocrafting used up so much of the Naquadria that this thing turned off. Yeah. Okay. So it's just because I ordered a large craft here. Be fine. Manually change the world when you were starting the Demolish run? Yes, we used a mod called Climate Control to pre-generate the entire continent here. We used the amplified setting, so we have all the mountains. We did remove that mod afterwards because it's annoying having to keep it in when updating, and not like it matters when we don't like make any new chunks. Also, we did. I took out Buildcraft when making the world so it doesn't spawn the oil spouts. It does look horrible. Right, let me figure out where I want to place this QFT. Here, most likely. Because I have somehow have to get power here. It's a lot of text omega. Upscaling. Well, I only play in QHD. It's the same resolution that my stream is in. I don't think that would help as much. Especially because I tried playing like super ultra wide with on 3 monitors, and my FPS is the same. So I'm more CPU bound than GPU bound. I don't think it would matter at all. Disable the oil in the config. Maybe. I didn't find it though. I see it just rip out Buildcraft. Do you have any tips on how to plan a big place like this? Well, it mostly comes with experience. Like, this is my 5th time playing this mod pack, so I already knew what we would need when starting out the thing. And then it's just, we had to figure out like a layout, and we went with this like central tower and then these roads, and then we just kind of place things where they would fit. Like we try to keep all the heavy industry on the west side of the base, all the power generation and resource generation south, and all of the like magic and miscellaneous things east, and that's how we kind of figured out where everything goes. But otherwise, there's most of this been building with the terrain, except for this slub. Yeah, like north, the south and the east are really nicely integrated into the terrain. But like it does help a lot knowing what buildings you need even before you have to make them. So it's not something you can really like read. You have to just play the pack to know what you will need in the future. This time and only one Stargate. Yep. My first run got to like CPM. My second run got to like UV. Then it was UHV. Then it was UHV again. And now we're in. Oh, we got to Stargate, and now we're in UV again. Really, it looks a bit like a Millennium Falcon. It does, yeah. It kind of accidentally turned out like that. I tried decorating the A2 controller core. Turned out really nice. The quantum force transformer. It's here. Surprised by how underwhelming the boss run is. I thought it's gonna be the craziest run, and it would have been if he still held the players, but like it slowed down so much that there's not that many crazy things happening, and also like the interactions between the players are kind of rare nowadays as nobody plays. But the first 2 months were really nice when a lot of people were playing. We had some interesting things happening between me and Lynn and our players. This would be 5 blocks only, I think. You need a door crafting session. Yeah, those were the days when the base was so small we could all be in the same area at all times. Let's restart the run with more active players. I think we're gonna do that, but in Factorio instead of New Horizons at some point. Coban is carrying the balls from his playtime. Ah, yes, the 9 hours that are still echoing to this day among the players. I think we have a hologram that has the setting. Collider 4. Although I think the coil is also. Wait, no, it's not the coil, it's the shielding. Shielding 3. Actually, why am I making this infinity infused? I could just make the cheapest ones. It should be like dirt cheap. Ooh, this. I think this is using the neutrons as well. Can't find a single one for my decoration. Yeah. There's no point using the better neutron core or the shielding card unless you try to focus the recipe, which I won't. If I can actually put this back to 1. How long are you going to take? UV stuff? Ah, more bios. Oh, this should be a lot faster though. Yeah. Probably be like 15 minutes or so. Getting enough systems so large crafts don't block other smaller crafts? No. Ideally, you would just have enough parallel using the universal automation and enough like mega MEBF capacity that the bottleneck is primarily like the universal machines, which are by default non-blocking, as you can parallel them. But yeah, there's no easy way of making small crafts go faster, which is a bit annoying, especially with like multiple players trying to, or like a single hatch when you're crafting an Aya Harmony or something. That's also part of the reason why late game usually doesn't see that many players, as you just like you physically cannot do anything new, as you have to wait for order crafting a craft. you set the values to the blueprint. You need to use some. Wait, that should say somewhere. I guess it doesn't. You just shift right click it and it'll open this GUI. And you can get the values from, well, I had an empty one, I could show it. With a controller like this, it will show you like the channels that you can use, shielding, manipulator. Put them in here, and the numbers that's here. And that works with almost all machines that you might want to use it on. Like, you can use it for the bar if you've got glass, you can use it on the foil of the MEBFs. Very handy. Why are you stuck? Oh, I think it was the bio cell, yeah. I have to reorder this actually. I think I can just easily do it. Oh, okay. Just kick me out. Why don't you? Come on. Catch up. There we go. Right, please don't crash me this time. There we go. It is surprisingly fast to make, but still passing it is better. And we have to pass it anyways for the bio stuff, so. Yeah, what's holding you up? And growth catalyst medium. Don't tell me this is wetwares or something. Doesn't. It's growth catalyst used in. I guess the bioprocessor maybe? Ah, I guess we use it for the PCBs then? Anyone I can think of? No, I don't see that. Weird. Wait, no, there it is. That's the wrong board. Okay. I actually don't know what the thing is used in. Stem cells, maybe? We're gonna have to passive this, I think. Bit more QFTs. Hello, an orange disk. To watch me despair over A2 being, or well, autocrafting being slow. Late game Greg. You just watch things slowly tick down. So you can place things down for 15 minutes and repeat 5 days later. Horizon tech mod? Yes. It's very much a tech mod. With like 15 years of technology and probably the craziest numbers of items you'll ever see in modded Minecraft. Like, I don't think any other mod pack gonna have like billions of items. A lot of people have trillions as well. I have trillions of Lloyds. But yeah, it's probably the most developed mod pack ever. It's been in development for 8 years. And it's still getting updates like twice a year. Like stable updates. What am I waiting for here? We have crystal chips. That should be a Mega EBF, yeah. Mega EBF bottlenecking here? This probably is. Our Mega EBFs are actually mega slow. That's why I'm kind of making these eternal coils. I can make our quad more here while I wait. How am I doing? I am trying to upgrade autocrafting, but it's slow because autocrafting is slow. So this game is pretty much you order a thing and then you come back 24 hours later to see if it's bottlenecked somewhere, and if it did, then you upgrade that and try again next day. Right. Well, at least we're gonna add a Mega EVF here. Wait, what is this power backbone? Should be like this 500 billion, I think. Yeah, 8 billion each. So we could probably upgrade this to 256 UMV. Wait, no, we can't. I have to switch all this borosilicate glass to be a higher tier. Hmm. Guess I could use like 100 million or 1 million CPM hatches. It would be 130 billion each. Although we cannot supply that. Everything is just falls short because I don't have the laser backbone to feed things. Hey, order the things? We could, but this is going to clock the block the autocrafting even more. That's a very big base. It is. Might be the biggest like base by surface area. And we try to spread it out so it's not like super laggy. I think with the next thing I have to do is upgrade the backbone. It's really limiting how much power we can push into these things. I really don't like our power being at 0. Oh man. I'm gonna double check the Aquaria line that it's running. It actually might just be out of the Aquaria sulfate for the initial thing you feed into it. Yeah. Damn. Wait. We're still mining for Tiberium. I can switch all of those Tiberium miners to Drona Quadria instead. Mark 6 done yet? No, I haven't had the time. I have 1 week to do it before I have to go, so hopefully we can do it weekend maybe? I mean, I'm still waiting for the Mark 6 fusion reactor to do it. What stage is your tech at? So the tier we are in is late UMV, which is the second last tier. And after the last tier, you have the Stargate craft. We were initially planning to get the Stargate in around 6 months, but I don't think that's happening anymore because so many people have like mostly stopped playing. So, or 9 months is realistic at this point. Did I come here? We blacked out. What was wait, what? How can I forget what I'm doing like mid-flight? Sure, it'll come to me in like a few minutes. Siberium to NAC. Oh yeah, there you go. See, this is why I have chat, so they can backseat for me what I said myself. Yeah, all of this. Not all of this. All of this. I already did it. What the hell? We only have 3 of them? What are you even doing? I should have labeled this. This does not look like a Quadria. Where do you even mind this from? Mark 8 drone, Quadra, tips. We don't have that positive. We don't. Unfortunate. That's annoying. I need a light background so I can read the values. Thank you, transparent UI, very cool. Right, so how much worse is this thing? Size 21 to 81. Okay, there's actually barely any diff. Well, it's like 40% faster. Might be worth using Nakoda, but for now, I think I'm just gonna switch them to the low tier drone. You hear about the guy who invented the knock knock joke? He won the Nobel Prize. Ah, yes, for bringing peace to everyone. Ah, server restart. Why now? Okay, well, wait for 2 minutes. To do for 2 minutes. I guess we'll just stare at these loading screens or main menu screens. I'm calling crazy, but as soon as I get Stargate next year, I'm gonna restart instantly. That's what the Tesla one also did, and it is valid. And definitely, if you started your current world like over a year ago, the early game has had so much quality of life stuff. It can be a fresh experience. I mean, I already planned for the Bolts run when we were still making the existing Stargate. It took like 4 months, I think, before basically everyone was ready. That's why we only started at the start of the summer. Also, I guess when we made the Stargate, the Eye of Harmony didn't exist, so I can see like why you would restart right after if you also made the Eye of Harmony less Stargate, but I guess that doesn't really apply if you're only getting your first Stargate now. Is the server up yet? It is almost. Maybe. I can Stargate before mutes. I'll probably wait for them to restart. Probably a good idea. I mean, also what we're gonna do, like, I don't think I'm gonna play New Horizons after the balls run until the mutes are a thing. Because like having to redo your entire base mid-run or not update the pack both sound kind of annoying. All right, so I only have 3 on Tiberium, I think. It's less than I thought. Let's switch all of these to match these ones. Also, I need to switch what is it? The distance. Oh, Infinity Colors actually is. I need more of it. We kinda do. I guess I can keep this on. Oh crap! What drone was it on? I think it was something using neutronium. Probably this. I keep you on infinity catalyst, but this will be in a quadria. And the distance is 50 to 150, so 100 should be fine. Right. Hopefully that helps a little bit with the quadria issues. But I'm definitely going to have to add another space elevator for mining at some point. That point is not today though, although maybe it should be, considering we have had these miners in the AE for at least a month now. The nitro shielding cores are almost done, I think. Should be like maybe 15 minutes more, and then we can make the QFT and solve our bio problems. And what do you about blood ones? It's such a big base. Yeah, which mobs off in like LUV. So about 2 months ago, maybe even more. The mobs just don't do anything at this point except take up TPS, and TPS is the most precious resource. So there's no point keeping the mobs on. Ow. I didn't know the type. That's how you can disable all the mobs. What are you waiting on? The bio cells. I don't think there's really any point in reordering this before we get the QFT going. It's waiting on. Oh, it's probably waiting on the mass lines. This one is using them, I think. Yeah. Probably switch the BIOS to not use the bioprocessing units. We have the hyperchain at this point. I use this recipe instead. Go check on the cutting machine that it's not filled with lubricant. It's clean some trash while waiting. Sure. Let's see what kind of trash we have. Cake. Nutrients, dairy, grain, protein. That's new. Ah, yes, a cursed oak wood. Beautiful. We have so many potions, and build us one actually. Ugh, come on, stop jumping around. Anything else? Okay, that's one expensive stack I'm holding right here. 160 UXV circuits, neatly wrapped in one. It actually came online, so you have trash. Yep. It was getting pretty hard finding any trash in AE when nobody else is playing. Yes, those Stellite gears, they were trash, trust me. Man, this is not Quadria though. Like, I guess I could use a QFT for the NAC Quadria, but the yield isn't any better. It just skips the NAC line. Oh, but actually, I did find out like a more permanent solution last stream with Cloud. I can find an Quadria dust in this mess. I apparently cannot. Actually blind. Right, so there's this thing called Eye of Harmony that we, surprise, surprise, have to make. And as a byproduct, it seems to make a lot of Naquadria. So eventually, when we get Eye of Harmonies running, that'll solve all the Naquadria problems for Nakfield. You're on page 2? Oh, that's why I'm blind. I see. That means we have to get the Eye of Harmony, which honestly shouldn't take that long if we just like focused on it. But I'm not gonna focus on it. That's not my job. This already looks kind of low. But this is the base time though. You can overclock it. So it's actually not that. You're gonna make it a lot faster. You kind of have to make it a lot faster if you want to get any decent amounts of the white warfinder you need for making the better tiers. But yeah, it's actually better. Well, the enriched Nakoda here, the tier 0 is a lot higher. So this can definitely supply enough of the Nakoda fuels. And then this 130 million endstone dust. What? Percentage of solid mass 300%. I don't think that's supposed to be. What? The helium? I actually, yeah, this recipe is helium positive. Probably even hydrogen positive, if any of these gives hydrogen. And I guess you get water out of this, so in theory you can get hydrogen out of it. Is the best Eye of Harmony recipe for power? I don't know. I've never built one. I have no idea about Eye of Harmony progressionists. They didn't exist when I made the gate, so it's completely new for me. Only Cloud knows how they work, and I guess Phineas if he ever played, which doesn't. Why are you stuck? This is actually almost done. Waiting on the last few BioWares. I think these are done in the normal ALs, that's why it's so slow. There we go. And now this needs a free AL. Are the players that have external online time still going to get the Balor's role? No. I'm going to be like somewhat realistic with how much effort people have put in. Like, if people actually haven't played in 2 months, for example, Alpha Nova has been here for 37 days and he's only played for 65 hours. He's not gonna get the gate role. Neither is Cloud unless he starts playing more in the end game. Like, I'm not gonna just hand it out for free if you actually haven't even played. Unlike the B run, not salty about that. People with 100 hours got the balls, not the balls, but the Stargaze roll from there. Right, this is running, so we can go make the QFT now. Probably should actually prepare the energy delivery. I could have done that easily. Oh well. Colin login on the last day and demand the role. That man already has the New Horizons Gods role, so he doesn't need the role. And he's the one who puts the rolls anyway, so. Part of the motivation for the rules? I don't know. Colin made the rules. I had nothing in there. Or no say in the rules. But like, I don't think you kind of deserve the Stargate role if you actually just haven't played and got carried to the Stargate. Right. And I forgot to make the this stuff, the force field glass. Hopefully it's not that expensive. Quantum force conductor. It's this stuff. Come on. Which part of that uses what where's? You have two of them anyways. Huh? Can you share your enemy controller again? Yes, in a bit. To get this thing running first. I guess it's easier for me to check what uses the wetware mainframes. Let's see what it might be using. Oh, it's infinity coils. Okay. Pickles are actually kind of cheaper right now, but for the future, it's better to use bio here. Try that again. While that is crafting, we can go take a look at the A2 controller. We run where lots of players got it was the reason the rules were made. I'm sure that had something to do with it at least. But it's also the prevalence of teams nowadays that kinda make gate easier than intended, as you can distribute the task a lot better. Like it's as the role is the same for people in teams and in solo, it's kind of unfair for the solo players when somebody in a team of 10 gets it without really doing anything. You know what I mean here? You finished so fast? It did, yeah. They had so many people grinding, and they feels like they didn't burn out as much as we did. But they abused Dysons, so they have no respect. Also, they made a void base, so like a void platform. It's really not that comparable because we're actually building buildings and we are not using the most OP things that are like the Dyson. Actually, the only reason it is so good is because there's a bug that I actually fixed. Let's look at the controller first, though. Yeah, it's a 7x7 controller with the corners cut off, and there's 511 faces, I think. Each face is a P2P, and the P2P goes into the linking room here. So there's a P2P inside these pillars, and they all connect to their own wireless, and then the wireless is distributed around the base. This is only half filled already, only, so there's still plenty of room to expand. I actually really like the neon at the bottom of the room. Like the space elevator under it. Yeah, it fits very nice. Like there's like one block of clearance here. But I mostly wanted it there for the moving part because this makes the middle area look so dynamic. But yeah, let's look at this Dyson fix here. Oh, there we go. So this is what it was supposed to be initially, like with the existing values. Basically, without any computation, you lose 15 modules per hour, which is nothing. And then you give it 10,000 computation, it goes down to 10. There's no point to give it computation. But because of a bug in the code, it actually only ever reduced the modules by 1 every hour. So that's the reason why the Dyson was so powerful, as it had no running cost to speak of. But now, with the new modules, this was merged 3 hours ago. So have fun in the next dev, I guess. Now the module consumption, if you have full module amounts, starts at 822 modules every hour per Dyson. So you are really incentivized to give it computation, and you can get it down to a minimum of 64 per hour if you give it about 4 quantum computers worth of computation. And as you can see, it's really like impactful to give it even just one quantum computer, which is roughly 27,000, as it almost drops it by 45%. And then you add one more, and it drops another 40%, so on. So you're like really incentivized to give the thing quantum computers, and also it's a lot harder to spam as you have to set up the routing for that. And it actually has a little bit of running cost even with the quantum computers now. So hopefully this makes the Dysons slightly less spammable. Now that we actually have some options with the NAC fuel, I'm hoping the Dyson Meta is, well, like, Dyson is still like the easiest way of getting power in this year, but it shouldn't be like the no-brainer unless you want to torture yourself in NAC fuel like I am. All right, let's see. How are these doing? Um, okay, that's gonna be mega slow. Are there any modules with moving things like SE planned? Yes. Colin and I think actually Colin might be the only one working on moving multis. I don't think the Gorge is, well, it's ideally it would move, but I don't think the existing version is moving. We'll see. Yeah, I think I found the bottleneck here. Single extruder. Okay. Need to remember to switch this pattern to the fluid solidifiers. Oh, actually, I didn't show that on stream. We made 8 stacks of UMV fluid solidifiers, and I switched each one of these here to have 4 of them. And I disabled the down tiering, so now we can actually do almost all of the fluid solidifying in this. Just need to switch all the patterns though. And the base looks so much better without night vision. It's just so annoying that I have to mostly keep it on so people can actually see what's going on. Still parallel even without down tiering. You don't get to like the free parallel. So like right now this acts as 4x UMV, so you have 4 times parallel at UMV tier. If you have the down tiering on, this acts as 16x UIV solidifier. So you lose 4x the parallel, but you get 1 extra overclock, so it's twice, or like, it's basically 50% slower overall, but you can do higher tier of recipes. But you do now have the sub 1 ticking, so it's still like, it's super fast for like low tier recipes, as you can have easily upwards of tens of thousands of parallel. Can't wait to run on gorgeous ballers. Yes. What if we made a George inside a ball? Because it's spherical. I don't like this being at 0. Kind of scary, seeing as this battery is gonna be empty in like a day. But I think the same way to fix that. Except I guess I could make it eat enriched Nakada faster. I'll see if I can do that easily. Still waiting a little bit on the quantum stuff. It's so slow. The hell? Well, the call is finished. The class didn't. I feel like it would be faster for me to just cancel this craft. Is this even crafting? Huh? I don't think this thing is even making anything. Yeah, it's gonna be faster for me to just eat out the celestial tungsten stuff. And repattern this. Have you swapped to celestial tungsten plasma? I mean, swap. I mean, we do have it patterned, so that's how we make the celestial tungsten. That's how we've always made it. So I don't think there's been any swapping. Anything needed from Buildcraft as for World Gen? No, not. Well, you might want the oil spouts as they are a very handy way of getting oil in like LV. But we knew we were not gonna do oil for power, so we just disabled it. Soon we can craft this. Why are you taking so long? It's so slow. Is this? Alright, whatever. I can set up the axis transformer while I'm waiting. You mean we're out of casings? Oh no. More waiting around. Great. Let's figure out how I'm gonna get this power up though. What is this wire? Okay. It's feeding the fusion crafters. Are idle. Uh-oh. What's this idle? Oh well, just an oversight. Shouldn't be anything major. How much do I want to stack this? For like 10, 15 maybe? Maybe even more actually. Needs to go all the way up here. P3, that's right. I should hit it very soon. I already went past it. Okay, so 43 wasn't enough. Nope. There we go. Get this level correct. The middle is exactly here. So we do. Okay, the shadow was throwing me off. I thought this was not live. Did you fix the super secret settings? I haven't tried fixing them. Apparently not. No idea what's up with them. Yeah, okay, this was taller than I thought. Oh, bloom upside down at once. Yep. No upside down at all, actually. Maybe it's for the better. Right. Can we finally make this? Yes. No, we can't. Maybe? I can start at least. Book frames. This multi-block was completed. Beautiful upside down spider. Finally ordered DDPF, the controller or the entire thing, because that's quite a difference. The controller isn't that bad, it's just the battery unit in it. The coils are usually the problem. Actually, I guess if you use Awakened Draconium, the coils are kind of trivial. Does it look so bad? Yep. It looks so... Like, I tried with the textures, but like this structure is what it is, so... The whole thing was 8 controllers. Wait, do you have a DDPF already? Or did you just straight up start with 8 controllers? What laser hatch is this using? Universal instead of cucked me? What do you mean cucked me? Is it like it's working or what's the problem with it? Oh, okay. I only pattern the amount of my ALs, which is 8. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that's gonna be a problem. That's why you also have normal ALs, so you can do those controllers in them. Yeah. Don't do that. Uh, I'm always missing something. At least this should be fast to make. Running kind of low on the UVs for now. Like, I don't want to order more, so you're gonna get like 100 of these when we convert the things to, or the backbone to run on UV. I'm afraid enough to be comfortable with 8 controllers at once. Yeah, the only cost in there is the battery, so if you can craft the batteries in like reasonable amounts of time, it's not that bad making 8. Completely ignore laser loss. Is there a threshold where it hurts? The laser loss is 50 KEU per hatch. And if you look at the values there, that's negligible. Hello, Raiders. For the raid, YOLO. That's a new name. You also stream New Horizons or modded Minecraft? I'm Raiders to this white tube of laser. It's so long since I blew up an active transformer. I should try hot swapping things more. More fun. This power fail? It shouldn't have. It should buffer enough, yeah. When active transformers blow up, they blow up if they do a structure check and the thing has changed while this thing is running. So you have like 5 seconds to hot swap things, but if you time it poorly, it can blow up in your face instantly. But it's more annoying having to reload a backup than or like shutting the thing down and swapping the hatches. So that's why I have the habit of just turning it off while I do things on them. I should have been something else. Ah, yes. Because who would want their AELs to explode? So I'm going to Stargate. Slow. Autocrafting is bottlenecking us, so we can like do one thing every 2 days, and we don't even have the players to do those things. So it's going forwards, but very slowly. Mostly due to the lack of like people playing. Hmm. Where is the controller on this bottom one? I kind of want to do it symmetrically. Outer edge, alright. The power getting eaten? Yeah, we're out of Quadria, that's why. Also, autocrafting is going, so it's using a lot of power. Also, hello, Destroyna. The shortage of resources or the speed of production. We basically have infinite resources, minus a few things. It's mostly just we need to spam more machines and like upgrade our existing setups. That's a lot of like playtime, and if you don't have players, that's not gonna get done. So mostly we're just like kind of limping forwards while passively generating the things slowly. Hey, did I forget the coil from the inside? I did. Why is this thing white? Go. All right, we have power. Now we need maintenance. I'll just actually copy the setup here. Hatches on both sides. Maintenance. Nowhere? No, there it is. Doesn't need maintenance, of course. UH for input hatches that are not even used. That's a UV one. I don't know if it matters, but sure. And the rest can be input hatches and stocking buses. Hmm. You should be forming now. These are notorious for not forming. I have to replace this controller. Oh wait, it's not gonna form because I'm locking an output hatch. Which oh no. Okay. Wait. This is 5 channels. I'm gonna have to like a dense cable down in here. Oh boy. And because it uses 10 channels, I have to switch this to be dense in the other way. Great stuff. Now, ideally, I guess the thing would be rotated so the dense could come right. I am kind of lazy to switch that, so I'm just gonna do this for now. That looked weird. Actually, do we have enough channels in here to feed the input as well? Channels used 4. Oh, wait. Not connected up here yet. It is. It just didn't update. Yeah, this should have enough so we can continue this thing upwards as well. Another wireless here go through this. Works. Does it look so much cooler than before? They do. And you can also color them, which is very nice. You can also actually, if you update, you can name them as well, which is really nice. But I don't think we're gonna be renaming the 200 existing wireless we have. It's such a pain. Actually, I guess if you can rename the output, or they don't really have an output, like if you can rename the end side, then we might do that at some point. But not a priority. Alright, output bus and 4 outputs, just in case. We can just try it, why not? Alright, now let's see if I can get this thing to form. What might I be missing? I remember I had to replace the controller to get this to form, so it might be that we like need a server restart or something. Because there's no way I can place this upside down, sadly. Just double check the tooltip again. Didn't miss anything. Oh, okay. That worked last time. I think it's mirrored like under here. Yeah. So this should be exactly the same as this bottom one. I guess this has an extra input bus. Try doing that as well. It shouldn't matter. Most stable multi-block structure check code. Like, what? Why? Okay, well, it's formed. That's what matters. Now we need to give it a recipe to do. That's a lot of Shirobon though. I think it's really long to make. You do only need one for now. Oh, huh. Okay, so we had some Shirobon in stock. Nice. What is Deep Dark for resources? It's very good. It gives you everything you need and then some. So you have to filter out a lot of the trash, but it gives you like titanium, and it gives you. Well, it basically gives you everything you need pretty much, except for like Eye of Harmony and stuff. It's definitely worth putting a few miners in there. Okay, that was fast. So stem cells, are they even automated? Yeah, looks like it. Right, stocking bus is in here. And then we have Infinity Catalyst. And now this is going to turn on, I think. One recipe found. Ah, right. A lot of players say stocking bus on mainnet is bad. How bad is this really? It's pretty bad, especially if you're one ticking. We haven't really been caring about it enough, but it can definitely kill your TPS if you abuse it. Wait, is the thing percentage chance here? What? Where did the rest go? Um. All right. That's that. Huh? Shouldn't be a percentage chance. Oh, I guess it doesn't say it on the fluids. I really should have had two blocks in the middle here. Super annoying having to kind of maneuver here. Okay, this thing is fast. Put some like random hypergen in here to go anywhere. Do we even have a Yota time for all of this? Sterilized biocatalyst medium. Okay, we do. The leading solder should also have a P2P. Raw biocatalyst might not. Yeah. What do you even need this thing for? I guess you can make it into sterilized one-to-one. So I should just pipe this directly in the fluid feeder. Where do I place that though? Oh no! The force field texture doesn't rotate properly. That's so scuffed. Great Moldy guys. Ah, And UV recipe. I think I'm gonna need better fluid heaters than this. I think we can do like a full quad here. No? Two uses. Perfect. Other casings. What PS do you have in AE? Only 1000. Not precise processing. Because the controller was reverted, so you can still craft it. I didn't have to make the 500,000 I ordered. Um, Device missing channel. Is this booting up still? I know it's taking a bit long. Maybe missing a chat. Wait, no, this should have enough, right? Oh, channel 0. Oh, yeah, this probably should be dense. There we go. Hmm. It's taking a surprisingly long amount of time. Did it clean the circuit as well? It did. Yep, should probably turn this on as well. There we go. Yikes, that's kind of slow. Might have to make like UHB ones. Okay, this is taking longer than it should. Oh, okay, it's probably making the initial aquada twice bottleneck. We're doing a mutated living soldier. 5.7 billion. Yeah, okay. Well, oh, actually, I don't think stem cells can keep up. It does actually only use 16 per each, so this does me get the calculator out. 70 million stem cells, and this is already going up as well. So I think I don't have to worry about this for a while. And when I do, we can just add another quantum force transformer to do this recipe instead. Although we do have to set up some passive Mark Vs for the fermium and neptunium plasma so we can focus the outputs, because, for example, for the stem cells here, like these are completely useless. So I think it's worth focusing the stem cells and making the agar is pretty annoying. We do have it automated, but scaling it up is a bit hard. Like new gate of UAV, if you mean the mothership, it definitely felt nice. Like in UHV, we had so much time to kind of just work on infrastructure, which felt very nice. Before, the tier between UHV and UAV was kind of blurry, so you kind of just appeared in UAV suddenly. So in that sense, I really like the mothership. Right. That should solve our bio issues for now. Yeah, it's pretty fast, although it's definitely slower than just manually making them. But the yield is much better, I think. Like if you had to do this recipe, yeah, it's 1-to-1 with the stem cells, so you get 32 times more. So it's definitely better to process this way. Oh, I think the recipe is that one that mutagen actually didn't really need the mutagen itself, but it made it as a side product from the stem cells. No, it's not in here. Might have been in the other recipe I removed. I'm kind of tempted to take this thing away, because this just wastes our stem cells. I guess it doesn't really matter. I just by my opinion, UHV being the best tier. Mm, it is a good tier right now. It's the tier where you can like kind of unlock the unlimited materials for making automation setups and start scaling things up. So it's definitely a good tier. I do still like these like endgame tiers a lot because I enjoy spamming multis. For like your average player, UHV is a lot more fleshed out than UMV, for example. But the big DPFs do definitely also feel nice. So like I would say UIV is also close to being a good, like really good tier. If you're talking the endgame tiers. But IV is also definitely a good contender for like if your first time playing New Horizons, then IV is gonna be the tier where you actually start unlocking the cool stuff. Why are you not going? Oh, it's the biocells, right? I can just reorder this after I wait a little bit longer. Do we really need more of these? Kinda don't. Metastable organism is a pain. I want to cancel it. Add the existing one here. The worst here, in your opinion? Honestly, probably LV. You just cannot do anything in LV. Maybe even Steam. I mean, Steam is so quick, so it doesn't matter. But like LV, it's already like it's just so painful having to handcraft anything. I don't like the early game of New Horizons. I don't really like the early game of anything, to be fair. It's crafting today, space bumps. We are making lots of well, we're crafting the second tier 4 QFT, which just finished. And I was making 8 more ETPFs. And these coils are also for Mega EBFs. After these, I think we're gonna start on the Eye of Harmony craft, except we still have to pattern a few things for that. I should really also make these coils be done in an AAL. I could start on making the AAL soon. Actually, no wait. I have to upgrade the backbone first. Let's do a little count here. I need to see how many lasers I have to upgrade to get more power to the area. I like how people actually have just accepted me having 3 hearts. Alright, so that's 1 link, 2 links, 3 links. 4 links, 5 links. Six links, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14. Okay. I think if I make 32, we can do both the Mega EBFs and the ALs here. And that's also gonna Minecraft us. Okay, let's take a note here of how much space time we have. 38 million. Right? Goodbye to space time. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Laser targets, laser source. Okay. That's 70% of our space. I'm just poof. Ouch. Well, when we get Eye of Harmonies, space-time becomes completely free. If you go next tier, less amps. Well, I don't think we can make UXV things quite yet. As it happens, we do not have a UXV material producer yet. U1V is the highest tier, and this is 140 trillion, so it's complete overkill for what we need for now, but it's future-proof, as upgrading the entire backbone is a bit annoying. Alright, let's see how big this craft is. Yeah, okay, I might have to spawn next to the entire crafting queue for the next 24 hours again. No. It's a great idea. It's doable, it's less like to wrench at the bottom. Ah, yes. Many options. Very, very doable from here. You don't have to... Oh, it's control click, yeah. No UHV or UEV then? Yeah, we're skipping UHV or UEV because, like, our power generation is about to skyrocket when we make Mark 6 and then when we get Eye of Harmonies. So there's no real point in going up like 1 or 2 tiers when it's already being obsoleted by the next week. So might as well just like eat the cost now and have a backbone that can actually scale up for at least a month. Like this can do 140 trillion EU. which is 280 times what we have right now. Or well, 256 times. So that's about 10 tier 9 Eye of Harmonies, which should be plenty until we actually start going for the Stargate, like crafting wise. Like making the UXV components for the Stargate. This does not bode well for our battery, though. Half a trillion EU being consumed with 0 production. Not great. The thing about it is, are the 64 stacks of UV emitters and sensors? Yeah. That's why it is so expensive. Let's actually see if I can find them here. There it is. Well, it's only half a stack, or at 32 stacks each, as I didn't order 64, but only 32. But yeah, the UXV circuits are pretty expensive in here. Okay, let's actually go despair at the Mega EBF melting queue here. You need to get power back. More Macrotria. I was actually supposed to check if the enriched Macro can be made faster. Let's go check on that. Okay, this is despair at this point. Honestly, I should make a passive Mega EBF for all of these materials. It would speed up autocrafting so much. Like all of these excess vernacular alloy dust, I guess, are passively mined as dust form anyway, so there's really no point in not smelting it as it comes in. Now let's go see the enriched Naquada so we can actually get power going again. Thinking about doing passive Mega EBS, so then power chain stopped me. You don't have to give them that much power, as they'll be running all the time, so you can just make sure that you use all the perfect overclocks and then just leave it at that. I think we only have like 15 or 60 enough passive Mega EBS right now. But there's space for like at least 20 more, so I kind of want to use that. Right, so did I never upgrade this power here? Okay, garbage cleaning. I think to submit that you gotta try to have a machine that does liquid dust and vice versa. You already have that. This is solidify blocks and macerate it like I do here. I think I don't. No, wait, no, this is not for that. I don't think we need a separate machine that just does liquid to dust. We can already do it with macerators. How many Mega EBFs? 50? Like 40 of them in here, in this area. And then there's 32 over here. Power are you running? 2 HP. Okay, so it's just not being fed. Oh. Oh, okay. This explains a lot of things. I don't have this on batch mode. I feel like it makes it too slow. Oh god. It takes time out though. Oh no, 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 no. I cannot have this not on batch mode. Fix. Damn it. I have to take time on Wyla. I think you have to enable it in like the settings somewhere. But I requested that, and well, I tried adding it myself, but I failed. So Blue Weeaboo added it. And it's very convenient. Increasing output size help. Well, I can switch this to use an ME output bus and a level emitter. So I think I have to do that. There is no bigger out. I guess I could use a super bus, but yeah. Yeah. I guess I could just leave it for now. I mean, I'm gonna have to replace the setup anyways. It's just kind of a tick time waste for the time being. That's almost 1 millisecond. It's pretty rough. I'll go now because it's late. Yeah, and start school with physics 2 physics class tomorrow. Alright, good night, Valentis. Yes, I'm kind of glad I'm past the having classes phase. I have zero schedule pretty much, so very convenient. I can go sleep whenever. With Mark 60 already? No, we didn't. Still waiting on the comebacks to finish. Actually, did we get enough stem cells yet? Right. I guess I could order it and just craft the remaining. Just as I... Come on. Just as it's a waste to craft them, but... Well. This should only make like 200,000. Making 2 million. What? Okay, nope. I guess we'll just wait and order it tomorrow. I don't want to waste all of our stem cells to that. Can I order more stem cells? Okay. 2 million stem cells? Yeah, I don't think we have them passived in the mainnet. They are passed in the subnet though, so there'd be like 4 million in there. Probably expose them in here. Right, this is almost done. It's just waiting for the precise assembler, I think. And that's probably stuck. Take a look. I really need to figure out where I'm gonna place the Mark 5s. We are kinda in dire need of metastable organism. I think it's a lot of time and an energy hatch. It should be done in a Mega LCR, which is like 256 UHV. It should be fast enough. Power doesn't look happy. Well, I did just order the massive craft here, so now power's gonna be chilling for a while. We only produce 300 billion, and we use roughly that amount when autocrafting is going full blast. So I think I can do until I'm at Mark 6. Are you stuck? Nope, you are running. The precise number is what I wanted to check on. Got stuck somehow. Up with this. Like, it's missing the fluids. Why? Hmm. I try reordering this. Okay. Good for now. We ran out of Naquadria, so that's why the energy might have been showing like less than 300 billion. Mod options, Greg while. Oh yeah, I think it was made mod like an option. Yeah. The version we are running is, I think, so you don't need to enable it. Maybe. Because I don't remember it being behind an option, but yeah. Yeah, I think the are the opticals bottlenecking? No, okay, the calls are not the bottleneck as we have so many of these stored. It's just the optical main. Wait, no? Okay, the bottleneck is the internal coils here. Everything needs more ALs. Okay, this is never going to finish, which means it's going to bottleneck the QFT. I'm enable voiding on that. We primarily want the stem cells, not the other stuff. How many internal coils? I ordered 20,000. Oh, it already voids them. Okay, never mind. Because I want to switch our Mega ABFs to use eternal coils as well. I'm making some more. I also want to make 8 more DTPFs or Shiraborn. That is part of the Mark 6 fuel requirements. This is probably not going to finish until tomorrow. It's such a huge craft. It's also going to require the opticals themselves. How many UX researcher stuff does we need? Take a look here. Find it anywhere. X. That's 12,000 UIV mainframes. It's gonna be a while. 100,000 optical processors. Oof. I wonder when or if we'll get new coils. We need new coils though. Like nothing past the DTPF really uses coils. I don't really see a need for new coils. The main thing we'll get, I guess, is new DTPF recipes if they were also added. And maybe like one extra perfect overclock on the Mega ABFs. Like the Eternal Coil is the well, getting Eternal Coils bottlenecks, or not bottlenecks, but like, what's the word? It gates the better DTPF recipes. So I can only see better coils being useful if we add even better DTPF recipes. Like for example, requiring the better coils for the stellar catalyst usage. But the stellar catalyst already is kind of behind the Eye of Harmony, so I don't really see a need myself. Can I upgrade here? It's something I was supposed to be doing. I can check on the NAC field here. Although the NAC field seems to be running now at full speed, which is good. I still listen that DTV has spammed out better recipes, but we already have better recipes after Eye of Harmony. Actually some PAs, but I cannot do. I would love to, but the heaters are stuck in crafting hell. This doesn't have any anytime soon. This one I got reordered actually. I think we have to buy ourselves for that. Oh, almost. 754. Cutting is low. It shouldn't be. I switched all the cutting machines to UMV, so it's 256 times UMV cutting machine now. Be pretty fast. At least I haven't noticed it being a bottleneck lately. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even running. Plenty fast for our rest of the infra. This uses like 35 billion EO per tick when running, which is pretty impressive for like a PA. Set up the passive EBFs. True, I could also set up the active street EBFs with these coils. I want to do that, as the EBFs are currently the largest bottleneck, and it's very easy for me to just add more capacity to the thing as it's in a single subnet. Well, that means even more power draw, but power is meant to be used, I guess. Here, I could finish this, but I guess I'll just do it here initially. And a new quad. And not trading one, but the trading one has such a like a low radius. It's annoying to use. Well, that it is more convenient if you want to do that. I should have checked what layer this is on. I think this is missing a few blocks. Oh, weird. I look at continents to spawn. It doesn't work with RVG. I'm pretty sure it does. Because we have the RVG biomes. Wait, do we? Actually, don't know. I feel like we do. That might be we don't. What broke these corners? As I'm supposed to play Starfield. I already played that game enough. Let me sure this thing is correct type. We don't have a tape. What? What do you mean we don't have a tape? Where'd they go? Ah, damn it. It's so dumb. Why does it sound like that? Hmm. I should also order more compass casings. Because the compasses are a bit of a bottleneck, and I don't want to overclock them even more. I want parallel. And I think this was the rest of our spacetime. Yeah, outer crafting is gonna be clogged. When is the spacetime? What's the current bottleneck? Just everything, to be fair. Oh wow, okay, we are low on spacetime. We had 60 million today. Thanks. Helium sparge U salt. What? What is this stuff? I don't want to know. It should be 20. It is 20. Good. Quests? Yeah, well, that's usually what things that I don't know are for. Doesn't seem correct. Does it? Let me double check with the tape. So this should be 29 blocks. Be 13 and 13. Managed to do it correctly. The Waller 100% quest book. If Rubik's plays, then yes. If Rubik's doesn't play, then no. Because I'm not gonna be touching the quest book. Is your PCB finally done? Oh, that thing costs basically nothing. So we could just make it. Just that nobody has had the time to place the thing down. And it hasn't been a bottleneck, so there hasn't really been any huge incentive to upgrade the PCB factory quite yet. So when it actually becomes the bottleneck, then we will for sure just make like 3 of them. These internal coils are bright. They kind of feel brighter than the trinium coils even because of like the pulsating thing. It's my eyes to look at it. Now the thing is, if I use neutronium glass like everything else here, it means I'm capped at UV energy hatches. In that sense, making the transcendent metal neutronium or the particle class to be better. I kind of don't want to wait, so I think I'm just gonna use neutronium and use the 1 million amp IVs that everything else is using as well. I can upgrade them later when I get more power. %9 battery? Yeah, isn't that great? I mean, 9% is quite a lot if you consider that the entire thing is like 9 quadrillion or however much of it is. It was at 2% like 5 days ago, so 9% is pretty good. Man, I don't like working here. So many flashy lights. If I use the better wand here, I think I can do this entire thing in one go. Assuming I have enough blocks. Don't. Yep. I still think the Awakened Draconium coils look better in this room. Might look better after every single one of them is Eternal Coils. I don't know, they're kind of too noisy for this area. They work in the DTPF as this. The surfaces are smaller. Here it's like such a large, like flat surface, so you can really see it, like the tiled texture of it. Oh, that's kind of cool. The reflection on my health item. Now we need mufflers. That actually looks kind of trippy when you fly like this. You're also using UHV mufflers for compensation. I mean, they wouldn't cost anything. Yeah, true. But like, what compensation? Like, if you had pollution on, nothing would change here except that all the grass around would die. Because pollution doesn't do anything except destroy your environment. Who cares about that if you don't care about aesthetics anyways? That's right. Here, debuffs don't exist when you have Quantum Arbor, and Visual Annoyance is like doesn't really do anything except just make your game feel shit to play. That doesn't make like it any harder. Do we do we actually have this on like a level emitter? God, I have no idea where this might be. Well, let's get power here. To be mega lazy. Actually, it's actually harder to line this up. And that's just line it myself, I guess. That looks so dark. I didn't realize the floor was made out of lapis Callis' Nox. Like, wow. That's really cool. Like space or something. Makes it harder because it gets in your head. Faster burn. Great balancing mechanic. Game mechanic that makes you burn out faster. Let's go. You think 10 to 15 FPS average on 3080 Ti with shaders is normal? It depends on your base and your CPU. If your base is like really, what's the word? Very like tight, not really spread out like ours is, then yes, that's very normal. And also, if your CPU is like 10 years old, this is not in line. What? Okay, I rolled that it rescue me, thanks. There we go. That's exact middle here. Oh, great, a name block. That's what I wanted. That's the first coil block, I believe. Yes, so I did line this up properly. Now, what lasers should I use? What do we even have? It's like LUV 1 million amp would be the best to use here. I don't really have that, so I think I'm just gonna use the IVs we have. We can upgrade later when needed, when we get the backbone upgraded. If you notice that when I'm in the middle area of the base, I also get like 15 FPS. But it definitely is related to how like clustered your base is. In 4 source hatches of supplying power to MEBF add up to equal or less than the single target one on the trafo. Well, only this like middle strip here is shared, so each hatch is its own mega ABF. So they all have their own supply. For some reason this actually isn't running. I think this Infinity is using like a no patterns here. What? Okay, why is this thing not hooked up to the main system? Oh. Weird. Yeah, target hatch with 1 million amps on the trafo. Are the source hatches to the mega also 1 million amps or less? No, yeah, well, the transformer has the sources, but I always match the target, so they're the same amp average. So all of these are 1 million amp IV, and then there's like this backbone here is 1 million amp of UV. Will it explode if you don't match the source and target? It won't. Yeah, as long as the voltage matches, it never explodes. That's why you can easily upgrade the amperage, but when you do voltage, you have to upgrade the target first. Actually, yeah, it only explodes if the voltage is higher on the source than on the target. So you can always like upgrade the target to a higher voltage and then you do the source. So kind of work your way backwards when upgrading the backbone. Oh wait, I still have to go one more. More dense. We have enough. I'll double check that we have enough channels on the mainnet here. This needs to go inside it as well. And where did I even have the controllers? I think it was on the bottom. Nope, on the top. Huh. Okay. I guess the top is like the most logical place when you want to upgrade the Mega EBFs. But if you send 1 million UV into one 256 amp UV target hatch, it goes boom. As far as I know, it doesn't. It only goes boom on voltage. At least we had some accidents where I thought we were sending like full backbone UV, but it was actually some really low amperage, so it didn't go boom. This needs the backbone still. I don't think, yeah, this isn't connected to anything, so I can just shut this down. Guess I might as well add this other side as well if I want to add more later. Right, now we should get power over here. Yep. Then we need to copy this automation. Oh, I don't think we're gonna have enough channels on the mainnet here because of how many fluid inputs we have. Well, there is 9 extra still. 9 is actually exactly what I need for one cluster of EBF, I think. Wait, no, it. Oh, that's annoying. What? So this is how we have passive europium, magnetic neodymium, and magnetic samarium. All right. Doesn't even work. Why doesn't it work? So it's connected to the mainnet, right? Using me. Okay, we have to take this thing out. That means we have 10 channels, which is exactly what we need. There was a certain amount of one block. Was the infinity one? Was the new one? I don't remember which fluids we need. I think it's xenon and oxygen at least, but what's the remaining two? There's something wrong here, and I don't remember how I did it on the other ones. Ah, I see how it is. All right. I also didn't extend the main cable. Right, almost done. Let's go double check what the fluids I need are. Although I feel like half of them are already obsolete. Oxygen, nitrogen, xenon. Is nitrogen just like better or worse xenon? Guess not. Wait, no, yeah, it is. So we don't need the nitrogen at all, so we can just take that out. So we need xenon, oxygen, and hydrogen. And then hydrogen is kind of questionable. Yeah, there's like 3 different residues that need it. Oh, hydrogen, xenon, oxygen. Not too bad. And organisms and everything? That's actually a very good question. Maybe I guess we could. Wait, you have more organisms than xenon. Yeah, we could definitely switch to organism to make some things faster. Do that. Although I will only switch this one to be organism and switch the other ones later on. Explosions in general does not make any sense to me. The player will load a backup anyways. Well, you do kind of avoid explosions to your best of ability. It does kind of influence how you play the game, even if you do reload a backup if you screw up. Like if you didn't have explosions, you could do some really cursed stuff like wires and machines. I don't remember which one this was, this red one. The one. Should be 11 then. Alright, let's see if I manage to set this up correctly. Touch mode on, input separation, yes. Void fluids. Still be going. Every 5 minutes. If not, it's always a loss and keeps you on your toes. Yeah. I mean, I don't really mind the explosion mechanic. It does mean like you have to kind of respect the machines and have some fear on them when working next to them. Like it's not very casual friendly, but I do think it adds another layer into the game, even though you kind of can avoid it with backups. But backups are always annoying, so it's always annoying when you have to do it. So you try to avoid it to the best of ability. I'm currently doing backups from, but every time I have to roll back, I need to download the backup zip, unzip, and then re-upload it. Yeah, you're supposed to unzip it inside the server. It takes about 2 minutes to restore a backup, so we have another minute script for doing it. Right, so we just added about 50% or a bit more of MEBF capacity. Definitely speed up the craft a little bit. Going up so slowly. I don't know how. Well, I mean, I have a server right here. So how I would do it is, I'm actually open my WinSCP so you can see it easily. So we have the backups folder here. So you would go over here. Okay. Over here I have the backups.zip. So you would just unzip.d. Then you put the directory where you want it. So this would be like folder server, and that's basically where the world is. And then it just take the backup.zip, and that would unzip the thing. This assumes you have zip installed in your server, but that's pretty trivial to get. But yeah, you definitely do not have to download the entire zip to your server or like your PC just to unzip it. And Google is a very good resource for how to unzip things on Linux. Yes. Zipping and unzipping things is not very hard. Unless you, for some reason, have to use like a graphical user interface to do it. But if you know anything about client or console interfaces, then it's very easy. All right, well, we just added like 32 billion extra load on this thing. I hope the vacuum freezers can keep up. I kind of doubt it though. We might have to add like at least 4 or 2 quads more later on. I guess I can check. We do have a subnet here, so I can just check if it's keeping up or not. The answer is no, it's definitely not keeping up. I don't think this has batch mode on. It's gonna be devouring it in that speed. This is batch mode on. Some of these don't. These ones? Huh? Oh, there we go. Batch it, boy. So these are running on 1 amp of UXV. It's kind of pathetic. Hey, are these not enabled on batch mode anyways? Lynn must have set this up. Yikes, it's me. Alright, well, autocrapping queue is completely clocked for the next 12 hours at least. And we definitely got some upgrades done with the tier 4 QFT for BIOS and the extra mega EBF. And some patterns like the Bedrockium and the Tritanium, so incremental upgrades, and eventually we'll get Eye of Harmony in reasonable amounts of time. If we check the harmony cost here, I tried starting it. This also shouldn't take this long to simulate. I feel like there's some macro assemblers or something. Medium was in bad shape. Oh yeah, that's gonna need another QFT, but we cannot afford it. We're out of space time. Yeah, the UU matter actually needs an upgrade. This biocatalyst medium is actually fixed now. It needs to run. Space time. Well, we had this. Now we don't. Unfortunate. And a quadria is just a buffer issue. Yeah, overall, I think the space time is the only problem here. Yeah, and this is gonna need another QFT to fix. And you matter. Okay, so like 2 or 3 upgrades, and then we can make the Eye of Harmony. But the space time is gonna be tough. Although I am making 8 more DTPS, so I can just dedicate 4 or 5 of them for space time, and that should fix it. That shall be for tomorrow. It's already past 1 a.m., so time for me to stop streaming, I think. We'll see about tomorrow. I don't think I have anything planned apart from gym early in the day. So unless I am asked to play Dota 2 for like 6 hours again, which happened today, I'll be streaming tomorrow again. Hopefully we can get the Mark 6 compacts, which are mostly done, set up tomorrow, maybe? So metastable organism stops being a pain. Because Mark 6 is how far? Well, just need to set it up, pretty much. We have all the machines, like the DTPFs and the compacts, really. But we just need to set the thing up, and that's gonna be like a multi-day operation. It's power isn't looking that great anymore, so it's definitely something I have to do soon. No, Mark 5 compacts. The highest mark. Do we have anyone we can rate here? Three people streaming New Horizons. Orange is streaming. Another mod pack. A trader. There's MC Turn. Used to be like EVH. Also seems to be building with Wave. So I'll take a look at what they are doing. Okay. Hopefully stream tomorrow, but no promises. Goodbye, good night.